qualifying with the 18.098. Ashton Hedges, second, 18.21.0. Dylan Irving, third. Derek Alford, fourth. Scott Yergis will be fifth. Tim Hedges, sixth. Marilyn Yannick, seventh. Don Rich, eighth. That'll conclude group qualifying. For the mini stocks, single car qualifying for the 360 sprints is next, and this will be race number 48 in Western Sprint Tour history. 18 drivers have won one race. Roger Crockett has won the most with 7. Colby Copeland, 6. Kyle Hurst and Justin Sanders, 5 each. More on that win list later, as we've got the number 9 T of Camden Robustelli and the TJ and Stacy Winningham owned number 9 T entry from Medford, first to tackle the racetrack. 11:18.9 on the old configuration was the track record set on May 19, 2012, courtesy of Roger Crockett. First lap, 12:054, 1:2054 for Camden Robustelli. Lap number 2 is going to be slower. 12:054 will be the official time. In the Taco Delight, DNS Harley-Davidson, Don's Lock, Linder Powder Coating, Rap Racing Enterprises, Winningham Racing, Jimmy Medeiros painting XXX chassis, and Camden Robustelli fifth in local points here in the world-famous auto sprint car division, the limited sprint category. And here's the driver that's the current runner-up here. Representing Central Point, the 101, Charlie Thompson of the CT Auto Repair and Express Lube, Cascade Custom Painting. Special thanks to Charlie Cash and Todd Zeitler, along with Crater Music, Ma Jones, and Brent's Custom Trucks. Utilizing a Zeitler's Brothers chassis, this is Charlie Thompson in car number 101. First lap for Charlie Thompson will be recorded at 12:53.8, 1:2538 on the opening lap. We'll see what the effort becomes of the second time around. It's going to be better. 12:45.3 remains second quick. 1:2453. Charlie Thompson second in local points here were the world famous auto sprint cars, and currently second on the qualification board. Following Charlie Thompson is going to be the 48E. Third in world-famous auto sprint car points locally here at Southern Oregon Speedway. Coming to us from Medford, this is Enrique Jaime. Enrique Jaime in car number 48E. Tweddell's Towing, Button Plumbing, Valley Machine. Special thanks to Grandma Cindy, as well as Battery Systems Plus. The sponsors, utilizing a XXX chassis, Enrique Jaime. Enrique Jaime in the 48E first lap, 13:016, 1:30.16 for Jaime. We'll see if he can do better on lap 2. 12:054 is the mark to beat, courtesy of Camden Robustelli. 12:82.9, 1:2829. It'll be an improvement, but remains third fastest, so his official time will come from the second lap. For Enrique Jaime in the 48E out of Medford. Driver next to get shoved off is going to be the 33 out of Roseburg, WSK Machine, Holt Drilling Tools, Sims Electric, running a KPC chassis, Kyle Alberding. Kyle Alberding, one of the debutantes here for the first time ever at Southern Oregon Speedway's next to qualify. Kyle Alberding, one of the young upcoming stars in the Pacific Northwest and 360 sprints, a very successful pavement sprint car career. 12:25.3, 1:2253, second quick for Kyle Alberding. The 2021 champion of the Diamond Cup on the pavement at Meridian Speedway last year. 12:11.8, 1:2118, second lap. It is an improvement. It is second quick still. So 12:054, Camden Robustelli, quickest in qualifying after 4 drivers have timed in. And next to roll out on the racing surface In the A1, out of Grants Pass is the Tim Vanderstool Trucking, Applegate Well Drilling, A&M Transport, MCA Wood Products, EMC Patches, ProTech Plumbing, CarQuest, Advanced Auto Parts at Grants Pass and Medford, Granite Mafia, KPC Chassis. It's Jared Hood. Jared Hood in car number A1. Jared Hood going to receive the white flag. First lap, it will be third quick. 12:33.6. 1, 2, 3:36 for Jared Hood. Second lap, can he go better? Can he overtake either Alberting or Robustelli? Second lap is better. He's still provisionally third. 12:19.0. 1, 2, 1:90 for Jared Hood in the A1 entry. As we continue single car qualifying for the Western Sprint Tour 360 Sprints, the next competitor out, set to time in. From Central Point, the Linder Powder Coating, Speed Mart Incorporated, Hers Precision Parts, Winningham Racing. Sponsor number 22, KPC Chassis of Garen Linder. Linder, though, in the shove-off zone. Not quite able to get fired off. Last year was the Summer Nationals champion at Skagit Speedway in Alger, Washington, which kicked off the Western Sprint Tour's 2022 edition of Speed Week Northwest. Won the Ironhead Nationals here in 2019, OrCal Challenge champion in 2011. A winner of the Las Vegas Dirt Nationals earlier this season in January in Nevada. Garen Linder going to get on the throttle, looking to overtake Camden Robustelli's reign of supremacy on the top spot in qualifying. First lap, third quick, 12:17.6, 1:21.76 for Garen Linder on lap 1. Is he able to do better on lap 2? Yes, he will. How about fast time of the night? 12:010, for Garen Linder. He is your quick clocker. Garen Linder to the top of the board. Camden Robustelli relegated to second. Kyle Alberting third. Jared Hood fourth. Charlie Thompson, your top 5. Still have a handful of cars to qualify, including the driver situated third in Western Sprint Tour points. Coming off a big weekend at Big Sky Speedway in Billings, Montana, sweeping both nights of the Harvey Ostermiller Memorial. Originally from Ording, Washington, now calling Boise, Idaho home, and the Steve Forler Trucking, Schoenfeld Headers, Peterbilt Trucks, Conrad and Bischoff Fuel and Oil, Maxim Chassis, Logan Forler. Logan Forler in car number 2L. First lap for Logan Forler. He's going to go to the top of the board. Fast time of the night, 11:72.7. 1:17.27 for Forler on lap 1. Lap 2, will it be better? It'll be slower. Second lap won't count as the official time, but the first one, provisionally right now, is the fastest of them all. 11:727. Logan Forler out of Boise, Idaho in car number 2L. Rolling out next on the racing surface, the 98H, the team based out of Roseburg, but the driver out of Harrisburg. Brett Smith, the car owner, the driver, Tyler Thompson. Tyler Thompson inhabiting the cockpit of the 98H this weekend with the Western Sprint Tour, sponsored by Adcox Heating and Air Conditioning, Smith Motorsports, Independent Motor Rebuilders, Clint Newell Motors, Bowers Industries, Roseburg Powder Coating, Nordic Veneer, sponsored Eagle Chassis. First lap for Tyler Thompson, fifth fastest, 12:16.1, 1:21.61. Looking to do better on this final lap. First time ever in this car for Tyler Thompson. Second lap will be better, 12:11.3. It bumps him up to fourth quick. 1:2.113 for Tyler Thompson on lap number 2. Eight drivers have timed in. We have right about 3 more to tackle the clock. And the next one out is the most recent sprint car winner here, all the way back to the 6th of this month. The next-gen diesel exhaust fluid, on-site screeners, Carson Oil, Lafarge North America, PitstopUSA.com, Swindell Speed Lab, Modern Machinery, Commercial Collision, Sundance Signs, Johnny Cat Incorporated, Les Schwab Tire Center of North Medford, ABC Powder Coating, Knife River Construction, Ferguson Waterworks, OMA, KTM Motorcycles, Factory QRC, Fast 4 Media sponsored 18T from Jacksonville, Tanner Holmes. Tanner Holmes second quick on lap number 1, 11.94.3, 119.43, running a KPC chassis. Tanner Holmes on lap number 2. Can he overtake Logan Forler? No, he will not. Second lap is slower. 11.943 will count, though, as second quickest in qualifying for Tanner Holmes. Holmes, the only driver in attendance that has won with the Western Sprint Tour in 2022, earning a victory at Sunset Speedway Park during Speed Week Northwest up at the Banks facility, the Banks Bull Ring. Car number 12 on the racetrack now, Steven Snotter out of Roseburg. By the way, Tanner Holmes entering the weekend second in Western Sprint Tour points. AP Motorsports, Hearst Precision Parts, 541 Farms, Ignite, Outlaw Karts, the sponsorships, running a Contender chassis. Steven Snotter gets the white flag. First time around is 8th fastest, 12.19.4, 12194. And lap number 2 is going to bump him up into the top 5. 12.022, 120.22 for the 12 of Steven Snotter of Roseburg. And one more car set to qualify. Brian Boswell at a Roseburg as well in the Greg Saw Service, Fry's Auto Body, BC Motorsports, Parker Racing Engines, Team Witt Customs and Restorations, Triple X. And he was able to hot lap, but the transponder wasn't exactly working properly. So we shall see if we can get an official time from Brian Boswell. 11.72.7 is the time to beat, courtesy of Logan Forler. Tanner Holmes is second quick. Garen Linder, Steven Snotter, Camden Robustelli positions 3 through 5 in the provisional results for qualifying right now, with our final driver to time in. Brian Boswell able to fire off. And first lap for Boswell, 10th quick, 12.81.2, 128.12. We'll see if he can do better on the second trip past the flag stand. Second lap is an improvement, remains 10th fastest, 12.703, 127.03 for Brian Boswell. And so with that, put your hands together for tonight's quick clocker from Boise, Idaho. Logan Forler at 11.727 seconds. Tanner Holmes will be second quick. Garen Linder third. Steven Snotter fourth. Camden Robustelli fifth. Tyler Thompson sixth quick. Kyle Alberding seventh. Jared Hood is eighth. Charlie Thompson ninth. Brian Boswell 10th. And Enrique Jaime is 11th. Couple of shakedown laps for one of the Sweet Tea Express IMCA modifieds that are going to be in action tomorrow night with us here at Southern Oregon Speedway. Dwarf Cars also joining us on the card. We hope you can make it. The Western Sprint Tour will also be in attendance. Looks like Kurt Coggins, longtime racer in these parts. Good to see Kurt out on the racetrack. By the way, break out your raffle tickets, because we've got a meal on Southern Oregon Speedway, a meal ticket that we're going to give away. And if this is your ticket, just come up to the announcing booth. We will wait for the 21C to pull off of the racetrack before we announce that number. For those of you looking at the live look-in on Facebook, we're going to be going away. We hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you want to see more, just go on to Dirt Oval TV, and you can get your viewing pass for the rest of the night. Still plenty of racing action here at Southern Oregon Speedway in White City, Oregon. And you can also get your viewing pass for tomorrow night. And for those of you still watching on Dirt Oval TV, we're going to keep things here. Going to have a little bit of a break as we are going to formulate all of the heat race lineups, figure out who's starting where, and then we will move on from that point. into the racing portion of our program. So that ticket that we're looking for, blue ticket 540-4666. 540-4666 for the Meal on Us, courtesy of Southern Oregon Speedway. And if you have that ticket, just come up here into the tower and we'll just verify the numbers and we'll hand that over. Sounds like we're going to be doing some giveaways of t-shirts getting fired off into the crowd. So if you want a free t-shirt, keep your eyes peeled, make some noise. In the meantime, heat races are going to be coming up next.
Taste the moon shining off of your lips. I wanna see that, won't you smile? Still got me hooked, been hooked for a while. If you got a bottle you ain't open yet, and an empty spot beside you in your bed, if you got some room for a little regret, let me know, girl, I've already left, yeah. If you're feeling what I'm feeling, let's mix it up. You got my number, baby, hit me up. If you need a little late night, pick me up.
Doesn't look like we got enough juice to make it over the barrier. Keep making some noise. All right, we'll see if third time is the charm. I think we're on try number 3. Make some noise if you want to get a shirt. There we go.
There it is.
He's got the right setting on it now.
Come on, let's make some noise for him. He's going to go where you guys are the loudest. Come on, Albert. Listen, whoever's the loudest, that's where you want to land it.
Well, if you didn't win something just quite yet, we've got plenty of giveaways throughout the course of the night. And there's always tomorrow, too. What better reason to show up tomorrow if you're here live in person here at Southern Oregon Speedway. Heat races are going to be coming up next, and we're going to kick things off with the mini stocks. All right, cars on the racetrack, the 67 David Steele out of Talent in the Preferred Automotive, Preferred Plumbing Incorporated. Quality Tire, 67 entry. Outside of him, it's going to be the 54D. Ashton Hedges out of White City, Fashion Flooring, Augustine Construction, Pure Romance, Abby's Legendary Pizza, special thanks to Mom and Dad, Calculated Comfort, Advantage Tire. Then you've got the 11I, that's Dylan Irving from Grants Pass and the Maryland Income Tax Service Machine. 1J out of Etna, California, Derek Alford. Car number 42, Scott Yurgis out of Medford, Todd Lee Advanced Automotive, Quality Tire, special thanks to family. 14T, Tim Hedges, Austin Hedges Hand-Me-Downs and Advantage Tire helping him out. The M11W, Marilyn Yannick from Wairika, California, Shasta Valley Tire, Carlick Racing, Flying Squirrel Racing. In the 19, Don Rich Racing, Massey Interior Construction, Dirt Signs and Graphics car from Medford, Don Rich. 8 cars traveling the distance of 8 laps. One and only heat race for the mini stocks is set to go green this next time by. David Steele getting out in front of Ashton Hedges. Hedges has been a perfect 7 for 7 in main event competition. David Steele, former champion in this division, would like to change that statistic and become the second different winner in 2022. Lap number 1 will be led by David Steele. Ashton Hedges is second. Derek Alford running in third. Tim Hedges is fourth. And fifth, Dylan Irving. We've got Scott Yurgis, followed by Marilyn Yannick, as well as Don Rich, the rest of the running order. 0.244 seconds is the gap between first and second, as now Ashton Hedges looking for a lower route around the 67 of David Steele to try and obtain the race lead. Nearly touching in the third corner. No malice behind that maneuver, just good hard racing as they complete lap number 3 this time by. It's David Steele leading by a slim margin of 0.033 seconds, but now it looks like Ashton Hedges exiting turn number 2, going into the turn 3, a little bit of an advantage over David Steele. Steele on the bottom trying to reclaim the lead, but you've got a new race leader at the halfway mark. 4 laps complete, 4 laps to go. Ashton Hedges, David Steele, followed by Derek Alford. That remains the top 3. Fourth place is under fire between the 14T of Tim Hedges and the 42 of Scott Yurgis. Dylan Irving, Marilyn Yannick, and Don Rich, the rest of the running order. All cars on the track are on the lead lap. And we are 3 away from the drop of the checkered flag. This one has been Ashton Hedges since lap number 4. Tim Hedges having to concede 4th place to Scott Yurgis. As Yurgis in the black number 42. Up to P4, Dylan Irving in the red 11I, trying to crack into the top 5 here. Tim Hedges currently possessing a position as Ashton Hedges hitting the tail end of the field. The 19 of Don Rich will go a lap down. Final lap of action on the Speedways. David Steele in car number 67, the current runner-up. No lap traffic between first and second, but over 1 whole entire second is the current interval. Ashton Hedges will win your one and only heat race for the mini stocks. David Steele second. Don Rich a little sideways coming out of turn number 4. Derek Alford remains in third. Fourth will be Scott Yurgis. Fifth at the wire going to come down to Dylan Irving beating out Tim Hedges. Last car on the lead lap will be Marilyn Yannick in 7th, and Don Rich will be scored in 8th. First of 2 heat races for the Western Sprint Tour going to be rolling out on the racetrack here in just a moment. As make some noise for Ashton Hedges, your winner in car number 54D for the mini stock heat victory. Heat race number 1 of 2 for the Western Sprint Tour lines up like this. The Tweddell's Towing, Button Plumbing, Valley Machine, special thanks to Grandma Cindy and Battery Systems Plus. Running a XXX chassis from right here in the Medford area from Medford proper. That's Enrique Jaime. At a Central Point, the 101 in the CT Auto Repair and Express Loop, Cascade Custom Painting. Special thanks to Charlie Cash and Todd Zeitler, along with Crater Music, Ma Jones, and Brent's Custom Trucks, utilizing a Zeitler Brothers chassis. That's Charlie Thompson. Charlie Thompson out of Central Point, your outside pole sitter. Starting in third, the 33A, the WSK Machine, Holt Drilling Tools, Sims Electric, KPC Chassis, out of Roseburg, Kyle Alberting. Fourth in the starting lineup, Out of Medford, racing for Central Point car owners TJ and Stacy Winningham, the Taco Delight. DNS Harley Davidson, Don's Lock, Linder Powder Coating, Wrap Racing Enterprises, Winningham Racing, Jimmy Medeiros Painting, Triple X Chassis, the 9T of Camden Robustelli. Fifth in the grid, the 22 out of Central Point. Linder Powder Coating, Speed Mart Incorporated, Hearst Precision Parts, Winningham Racing, the sponsors. KPC is the chassis of choice, Garen Linder. And tonight's quick clocker, lining up in position number 6, originally from Ording, Washington, but now calling Boise, Idaho home, the Steve Forler Trucking, Schoenfeld Headers, Peterbilt Trucks, Conrad, and Bischoff Fuel. Sponsored Maxim Chassis, 2L of Logan Forler. 6 cars, 8 laps. Heat race number 1 of 2 for the Western Sprint Tour is coming up next.
Позвоните 911 Eagles. Вы же подросли, я выбрал вас на вырост. Заливаю в уши, разливаючи вас.
Просто я в своем деле монстр. Монстр.
Я на лет выдавал 11. Я был малолет, но был тем же вертикет. Пусть я момент, но со мной авторитет. Чё мне звонят, я стал монстром на бите. Давай, делай, моя бэби, только бегом. Давай, делай, малик, бэби, но бегой. Но просто дождь, отвечай остро.
Просто я в своем деле монстр. Монстр.
Just a friendly reminder that the concession stands are open, including Barney's Burgers, the Kona Ice Truck towards turn number 1, and Kona Bente towards turn 1 as well. Open and ready for business. Also, don't forget to check out Ron McSee Racing Collectibles next to the scoring tower. Also, the custom t-shirts and goodies at the souvenir booth are on sale as well. Wildly Brave Creations. Check them out and check out their new designs in stock. We talked about this being race number 48 in the history of the Western Sprint Tour. 18 drivers have won with the series. Roger Crockett the most with 7, Colby Copeland 6, Kyle Hurst, Justin Sanders 5-time winners with the WST. Trey Starks and Justin Cox 4-time winners. Buddy Kofoid twice has won with this group. Seth Bergman, Jared Peterson, Corey Eliason, Jason Solwall, Willie Croft, Steven Tyner, DJ Netto, Corey Day, Colton Heath, and Tanner Holmes all have won once. This is the 5th time that the WST has came here to Southern Oregon Speedway. And in the previous 4 visits, 4 different winners. And of all the 4 drivers that have won here, none of them in attendance. So it'll be 5 for 5. These are 8 laps in distance. And the top 6 in heat race points as well as qualifying points will be a part of the 5-lap dash. And where they finish is where they will start in the main event. That will be later on the program. Enrique Jaime and Charlie Thompson, 3rd and 2nd respectively here in the world-famous auto sprint cars point standings locally here at this racetrack. 5th in points in the division is Camden Robustelli, who starts this race 4th. Getting set to go green on a turn number 4 next time by. Let's hear it for our drivers of the Western Sprint Tour here for heat race number 1 of 2. They've hot lapped, they've qualified. This is the first time since July 9th, 2016. 360 sprint cars battling it out here at Southern Oregon Speedway. Green flag, and here we go. All Oregon on the front row. It'll be Charlie Thompson to the point, bringing along with him via the high side the 9T of Camden Robustelli. Started worse, looking to go to first of the 2L Logan Forler. Charlie Thompson leading lap number 1. Camden Robustelli is second. Third in the running order is the 2L Logan Forler. Kyle Alberding trying to do battle with both Garen Linder in the 22 and the 4080 of Enrique Jaime. Jaime is shuffled back to P6 as the 101 Charlie Thompson continues to set the pace. Thompson, Robustelli is going to go over the cushion ever so briefly to allow the 2L Logan Forler to move up into P2. 3 laps complete, 5 to go as Charlie Thompson leads. Logan Forler second, third Camden Robustelli. Forler looking for the slider in turns 3 and 4. He's going to make the proper clearance as he throws the Claymaker. New race leader at the halfway mark. 4 laps complete, 4 laps to go. Charlie Thompson under attack from the 9T of Camden Robustelli. All of a sudden from 5th, looking for 3rd is Garen Linder as he tries to fully send it on the inside. Has to back out and regroup and re-strategize. 5th in the running order is the 33 of Kyle Alberding as Garen Linder successfully will get around the 9T of Camden Robustelli for P3. Enrique Jaime is 6. All cars on the racetrack on the lead lap as we're expecting the white flag this time by. Logan Forler out of Boise, Idaho. 1 trip around the speedway remains here in heat race number 1 of 2 for the Western Sprint Tour 360s. 1.970 seconds, nearly 2 full seconds ahead of the current runner-up. Logan Forler will win heat number 1. Charlie Thompson second, Garen Linder third, fourth will go to Camden Robustelli, 5th Kyle Alberding, and 6th Enrique Jaime. Put your hands together for your winner of heat race number 1 from Boise, Idaho, Logan Forler. Heat race number 1 has concluded. Heat race number 2 is coming up next. They will grid up like this. It'll be the Greg Saw Service, Fry's Auto Body, BC Motorsports, Parker Racing Engines, Team Witt Customs and Restorations, Triple X Chassis out of Roseburg, Brian Boswell. To his outside in car number A1, the Tim Vanderstoel Trucking, Applegate, Well Drilling, A&M Transport, MCA Wood Products, EMC Patches, ProTech Plumbing, CarQuest, Advanced Auto Parts of Grants Pass and Medford, Granite Mafia, KPC, Jared Hood. Third in the starting lineup, the car owner is Brett Smith, the team out of Roseburg, the driver from Harrisburg, and the Adcox Heating and Air Conditioning, Smith Motorsports, Independent Motor Rebuilders, Clint Newell Motors, Bowers Industries, Roseburg Powder Coating, Nordic Veneer, Eagle Chassis. That is Tyler Thompson. Fourth in the starting lineup, he'll be second row outside, the AP Motorsports, Hearst Precision Parts, 541 Farms, Ignite, Outlaw Carts, Contender Chassis, Steven Snotter, and last but not least, gridding up P5 and the next-gen diesel exhaust fluid on-site screeners, Carson Oil, Lafarge North America, PitStopUSA.com, Swindell Speed Lab, Modern Machinery, Commercial Collision, Sundance Signs, Johnny Cat Incorporated, Les Schwab Tire Center of North Medford, ABC Powder Coating, Knife River Construction, Ferguson Waterworks, Fast 4 Media, OMA, KTM Motorcycles, Factory QRC sponsored KPC from Jacksonville, the 18T of Tanner Holmes. Heat race number 2 of 2 is next.
In the club with my homies, tryna get a little VI.
Get low when the whistle go. Get low when the whistle go.
Brian Boswell and Jared Hood on the front row here for heat race number 2. Same verse as the first heat race. 8 laps in distance. They're going to come out at turn number 4. Green flag and we're underway. Boswell in car number 75, getting out in front of the A1 of Jared Hood, while Steven Snotter tries to bring the rain down below. Tanner Holmes in car number 18T started all by his lonesome in row 3 and 5th, has progressed his way around Tyler Thompson to move into position number 4. Snotter trying to strike underneath Hood as Hood nearly goes off of the top of the cushion in turn number 2. Snotter successfully will navigate his way to the runner-up spot as a short slider coming from the 18T of Tanner Holmes up into position number 3. Amongst all this, Brian Boswell is the leader. 2 laps in, 6 to go. Steven Snotter second. Third is Tanner Holmes, and a good fight for 4th here between the A1 of Jared Hood on the bottom, and up top Tyler Thompson, the Brent Smith-owned number 98H. Now a change for the race lead, as it's going to be an reverse card thrown on the table, as the 12 of Steven Snotter will capture the lead on lap number 4, and that's been 3 straight heat races. There's been a lead change at the midway point. Tanner Holmes now up to second, getting past Brian Boswell. It's 4th, belonging to Tyler Thompson. 5th is Jared Hood. Good lead developed so far for your race leader, 1.300 seconds. Steven Snotter over Tanner Holmes is now up into P3 with a great playmaker. It's going to be Tyler Thompson in the red 98H. First time ever for Tyler Thompson in that race car. And white flag is out. One more trip around the Speedway for Steven Snotter. Boswell is back to 5th as Jared Hood up to 4th. Your winner of heat race number 2 is going to be Steven Snotter out of Roseburg. Tanner Holmes will finish in 2nd. 3rd, Tyler Thompson. 4th in the finishing order will be Jared Hood. And 5th is going to be Brian Boswell. Well, we're going to calculate who's going to be the top 6 a part of the redraw for the Trophy Dash. That's it. 2 heat races complete. And we're going to be moving on with the program here in just a little bit here at Southern Oregon Speedway for night number 1 of 2 for the Western Sprint Tour doubleheader. All right, so we have another giveaway. It's a blue ticket to Ryan Newman Rookie of the Year hood. It's a nice looking piece. Blue ticket 540-4585. 540-4585 for that Ryan Newman Rookie of the Year replica hood. If you have that ticket, come to the announcing tower. In the meantime, we're going to be having some more giveaways, courtesy Albert Gill with the T-shirt gun. It's going to be coming up here in just a few moments here at Southern Oregon Speedway.
She paints her nails and she don't know. He's got her best friend on the phone. She'll wash her hair, his dirty clothes are all he gives to her. And he's got posters on the wall of all the girls he wished she was. And he means everything to her. Her boyfriend, he don't know anything about her. He's too stoned. Nintendo, I wish that I could make her see. She's just the flavor of the week. It's Friday night and she's all alone. He's a million miles away. She's dressed to kill, but the TV's on. He's connected to the sound, and he's got pictures on the wall of all the girls he's loved before. And she knows all his favorite songs. Her boyfriend, he don't know.
Real quick, want to acknowledge all of our wonderful sponsors and marketing partners here. Class sponsors CD Architects, along with Dusty's Transmissions, Rap Racing Enterprises, Sweet Tea Express, World Famous Autos, also Bi-Coastal Media, CNC Constructors, Finish Line, RS, GP Energy, Hayes Oil with Red Line and Sunoco, Jonky Heating and Air Conditioning, Mr. Smith's Bar and Grill, Pepsi Products, Rogue Regency, Roofline Supply, Travel Medford, Willamette Valley Bank, Acme Fire, AG Auto and Repair, Anderson's Concrete, Baxter Auto Parts, Broughton Painting, Budge McHugh Plumbing Supplies, Burl Real Estate, Eagle Towing, Gadget Construction, Hoppus Construction, Outlier Construction, Precision Electric, Renfro Stripping and Seal Coating, Rada Paints, Sherwin-Williams Paints, and Wilson Equipment. Don't forget our vendors, our concession vendors, Kona Bente, Barney's Burgers, and Kona Ice, all open for business, as well as Wildly Brave Creations at the souvenir stand. So sounds like we got some more t-shirts going to be shot out here momentarily. We will be having trophy dashes for the mini stocks and for the Western Sprint Tour 360 sprints. That'll be coming up in the program, and then main events left. And that's pretty much all that we have on the program as we're moving right along. Tomorrow night, expecting more cars. We'll have the Sweet Tea Express IMC Modifieds joining us as well as Dwarf Cars, and expecting more 360 sprints. We hope you can join us here live in person. You can also catch all the action on Dirt Oval TV. All right, it's our second take at this. The gun is properly working. We know this. Let's hear it for Albert Gill. If you want to win a free t-shirt, you got to make some noise. That's pretty key of this deal. He's not going to give it to the silent section. We're not at a tennis match or a chess world championship here. We're at a racetrack. So race fans of Southern Oregon Speedway, make some noise and we will deliver some free t-shirts to you.
Don't wait, this night's almost over. Honest, let's make this night last forever, forever and ever. Let's make this last forever, forever and ever. Let's make this last forever.
Also, a quick mention, Carly Holmes in attendance at the Tanner Holmes merchandise table. If you want to get anything signed from Carly, she's going to be there for a few minutes. Now's a perfect opportunity.
I'm jealous of everybody in the room. Please don't look at me with those eyes. Please don't hint that you're capable of lies. I dread the thought of our very first kiss. A target that I'm probably gonna miss. Let's go, don't wait. This night's almost over. Honest, let's make this night last forever, forever and ever. Let's make this last forever, forever.
You got to make some noise if you want a t-shirt. Give it up for Albert Gill and his assistant. All right, we've got a wooden replica toy car, courtesy of the Northern Auto Racing Club. Sprint car at that. Blue ticket 540-4717. 540-4717 for this commemorative collectible. It's a wooden sprint car, replica sprint car, courtesy of the Northern Auto Racing Club. These are very limited in numbers. 540-4717. And also don't forget Ron McC Racing Collectibles in the house, $1 Hot Wheels. They've also got 164 scale sprint cars. They also have Acme sprint cars in stock, 2022 editions. Bobbleheads while supplies last, 164 haulers, 124 scale NASCARs, including Jimmy Johnson, Dale Earnhardt Sr., Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jeff Gordon, and many, many more. Check it out at Ron McC Racing Collectibles.
Gonna be mine, I know it. We'll do it in style. 'Cause I made my mind up, you're going to be mine. I'll tell you right now, ain't a trick in a book, and I baby, all that I can find. Superman or Green Lantern ain't got nothing on me. I can make like a turtle and dive for a puff in the sea. You can just sit there thinking on your velvet throne. Yes, about all the rainbows that you can have for your own. 'Cause I made my mind up, you're going to be mine. I'll tell you right now, any trick in the book, and I baby, all that I can find. Everybody's hustling just to have a little scene. When I say we'll be cool, I think that you know what I mean. We stood on a beach at sunset. Do you remember when? I know a beach where, baby, it never ends. When you've made your mind up forever to be mine. I'll pick up your hand and slowly blow your little mind.
All right, 4 cars going the distance of 4 laps for a trophy dash. For the mini stocks, you've got the 67 of David Steele from Talent in the Preferred Automotive Machine. 54D of Ashton Hedges out of White City, Fashion Flooring, his primary sponsorship. The 11I out of Grants Pass and the Maryland Income Tax Service entry, Dylan Irving, and the 1J, Derek Alford from Etna, California. 4 cars, 4 laps. They will receive the green flag exiting turn number 4 this time around. Then we'll grab a word with the winner, and then we'll converse with the 6 drivers that'll be partaking in tonight's redraw for the Western Sprint Tour. Green is out, and we're underway. David Steele in car number 67 gets out to the early race lead. He was quickest in qualifying early in the program, while Ashton Hedges won the heat race. Dylan Irving to the inside of Ashton Hedges, looking to overtake for second. Derek Alford rounding up the running order in position number 4 in car number 1J. Now it is Hedges in the 54D on the attack, going after the 67 of David Steele. 2 down and 2 to go. All 3 heat races, there was a lead change on lap 4. This time by, they look to complete lap 3 as Ashton Hedges takes a peek to the inside of David Steele. One more trip around the park for David Steele, and we'll see what Ashton Hedges has in store for David Steele here on this final lap, and it looks like we're going to keep the theme of a lead change on lap 4 alive. Ashton Hedges has got it. David Steele trying to retake it back, trying to hit the resend right down return to sender, but it'll be Ashton Hedges out of White City with the victory. Second will be David Steele. Third, Dylan Irving. And fourth, Derek Alford. Going to go downstairs and grab a word with tonight's Trophy Dash winner for the mini stocks. Make some noise for Ashton Hedges, race fans, in car number 54D. Testing 1, 2, 3. Well, he's out of the race car. Race fans, Ashton Hedges in the 54D. Taking care of business in the mini stocks. Going to grab a quick word with him, and then we'll get in the redraw for the Western Sprint Tour 360 Sprints. And he's also going to, in addition, for this trophy, for his Trophy Dash victory, get $50 courtesy of Southern Oregon Motorsports. Ashton, first of all, congratulations picking up the Dash win. You guys were fast in the heat, got the heat victory. Second quick tonight. Looking pretty good so far.
I really appreciate it. The track is really good right now, and there's a lot of different ways you can play around on it to get around each other. I'm really glad Dave is back. It's really fun having the hard competition back, and I'm just having a great time tonight.
Main event coming up. You've been perfect so far. I hope that wasn't a jinx. You've been 7 for 7. For the folks watching on Dirt Oval TV, you guys just had a phenomenal year this season.
Oh, yeah, we've had a great year so far. We've won every single main event so far in the mini stocks, and we're just really stoked that we're more or less probably going to get the track championship for the class.
Before I let you go, I'm sure there's a lot of people you want to thank. Any sponsors or individuals?
I'd like to thank Calculated Comfort, Advantage Tire, Augustine Construction, my mom and dad, Pure Romance, RPE.
Well, awesome job so far. Maybe be talking to you here in a short little bit.
Thank you.
That's Ashton Hedges in the 54D, your mini stock Trophy Dash winner. And we are going to be talking to the 6 drivers that will be partaking in this Trophy Dash for the Western Sprint Tour. And they're going to be redrawing for positions, not where they start in the main event, but where they're going to start in the dash. It's 5 laps in distance. Where they finish is where they will start in tonight's 30-lap main event. Well, we've got some of our drivers that are going to be partaking in the redraw.
Just leave one spot.
One of them we can talk to, Garen Linder. Garen,
Tanner's got to go.
a rare home game for you guys in this race team. You guys picked up a couple wins already this year. One of them in Las Vegas at the start of the year, a victory at Cottage Grove. I know it's always good to come back home and race here at Southern Oregon Speedway.
Yeah, the drive to the track today was awesome. I miss that. Hopefully we get to do this again here locally for me anyways. and hopefully we get a few more cars.
Logan,
But hopefully we put on a good show tonight.
No issues with the car so far, or was there a little bit of issue firing off earlier?
Yeah, I made kind of a dumb mistake on my maintenance, so we won't talk about that, but it's fixed now.
Well, the best part is you're in the dash. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
That's Garen Linder in the 22 out of Central Point. And are we set to start?
waiting for Mr. Tyler Thompson.
All right, we're waiting for Tyler Thompson. We're going to grab Charlie Thompson, no relation, out of Central Point as well in the 101. You're second in local points here with the world famous autos sprint cars. Out here tonight, doing really good, Charlie. It's great to see you racing with the WST.
Yeah, it's good to be here. We had expected to have a points race, didn't have enough cars. It's good that we're getting to race with the 360s and make some good laps. So it's been fun so far.
Had a stellar heat race, took full advantage of starting up front and was staying up front there for a while. Managed to put together a good heat finish. I'm hoping that, I'm sure you're hoping, that it's going to carry over for this dash. That's important, of course, the main event.
Of course.
I know local sponsors and stuff, big part of keeping the 101 operation going.
Yeah. CT Auto Repair and Express Lube, Brent's Custom Trucks, Cascade Custom Painting, Zeitler Brothers Chassis, Mod Jones, Joe at Crater Music, RJ at Visual Effects. There's a lot of people that Charlie Cash, he owns, builds, and maintains our engine. So all the way around, I'm just a lucky man to be here.
Awesome. It's so good to see you. Good luck in this dash.
Thank you much.
That's Charlie Thompson from Central Point. And so what's going to happen here is we're going to go from highest in points, from heat races to qualifying, and we're going to start with Logan Forler. We have 6 envelopes here, and there are numbers in these envelopes, and that number represents the starting position each driver will be when they hit the racetrack for the dash. Again, not where they start in the main event. That is determined by their finishing position in the 5-lap dash. However, there is an opportunity to exchange envelopes. And so Charlie Thompson has the first option. Do you want to keep your envelope or do you want to trade with anybody? He's okay. Tyler Thompson in the Brett Smith owned 98H. Is he going to keep his envelope? He's going to trade with Garen Linder. All right, make the mental notes here. Garen Linder's okay with his. Tanner Holmes is going to switch with Steven Snotter. Logan Forler, your team here. He's going to keep it. So we're going to open them up one by one. Logan Forler will start in tonight's 5-lap dash in position.
There's a piece of paper in there. It tells us what position.
$100 bill. It is folded. The suspense. It's outside pole. Position number 2 for the 2L. Now this was Tanner Holmes' original envelope. Steven Snotter in the 12 out of Roseburg. We'll start in position number 6. Tanner Holmes had the 6, the worst one you could get. We'll see what Steven Snotter originally had and where the 18T out of Jacksonville Tanner Holmes will start. It is position number 4. Okay, so second row outside. Now we just got to figure out who's starting on the inside. 22 of Garen Linder from Central's Point starts on the pole, inside front row. Tyler Thompson in the 98H is 5th. That's going to be 3rd row inside. Should be a 3 for the 101. If it's not, we've got problems, and we might have to do this again. Charlie Thompson will start position number 3. How about it, race fans, for your 6 drivers, a part of the redraw? They're going to climb into their race cars, and then we will get the 6-car 5-lap dash underway. All right. Drivers climbing in their cars as we're going to get set. Again, we will have a 5th different winner in the history of WST here in 5 races. And this is the first WST race at this racetrack since Speedway Northwest 2016. It was the only time that Southern Oregon Speedway ended Speed Week. July 9th, 2016, Trey Starks was the winner. Drivers are in, getting themselves properly situated. 5 laps of Trophy Dash action is coming up next.
Legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, relentless, you survive. They never lose hope when everything's cold and the fighting's near. It's deep in their bones, they'll ride into smoke when the fire is fierce. Oh, pick yourself up, 'cause legends never die when the world's calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, legends never die. They're written down in eternity, but you'll never see the price it costs. The scars collected all their lives. When everything's lost, they pick up their hearts and avenge defeat. Before it all starts, they suffer through harm just to touch a dream. Oh, pick yourself up, 'cause legends never die when the world's calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, legends never die. When the world is calling out your name, begging you to fight. Pick yourself up once more. Pick yourself up, 'cause legends never die when the world's calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you.
The Steve Worler trucking number 2L of Logan Forler from Boise, Idaho is going to be your outside pole sitter. Inside, the Linder powder coating number 22 from nearby Central Point, Garen Linder. It's Charlie Thompson in the 101 from Central Point, the CT Auto Repair and Express Lube entry. Then it's the Next Gen Diesel Exhaust Fluid 18T out of Jacksonville, Tanner Holmes. A lot of Southern Oregon flavor in this Trophy Dash. The Brett Smith owned number 98H car out of Roseburg, racer out of Harrisburg, and the Adcox Heating and Air Conditioning car. That's Matt Hine. And the 12 of Steven Stodder and the AP Motorsports machine from Roseburg is your lineup. 6 cars, 5 laps. Where they finish is where they will start in tonight's main event.
I came to play. for you to get down on your knees and pray. You say goodbye to the good old days. They're never coming back. Watch your future fade. I came to play. Get my dues paid.
Oregon and Idaho on the front row. Garen Linder and Logan Forler receive the green flag. Forler on the high side trying to take the initial lead from Linder as Linder tries to finesse the throttle on the bottom. It's Forler jamming on it up top. It's going to be Logan Forler, initial race leader now. Linder under fire from the 18T of Tanner Holmes for position number 2. Steven Snotter running in 4th. 5th is Charlie Thompson. And 6th is the 98H of Tyler Thompson. Logan Forler trying to go out for just a Friday night stroll here at Southern Oregon Speedway. Car number 2L shows the way. Garen Linder holding strong in position number 2. Tanner Holmes is 3rd. Steven Snotter 4th. Charlie Thompson and Tyler Thompson 5th and 6th. 3 laps into this one, 2 to go. Expecting the white flag to be presented to your race leader. This time by, it's one more trip around the park for Logan Forler. Garen Linder is still 2nd. He trails by 0.920 seconds the last time they hit the wire. Your inside pole sitter for tonight's 30-lap main event, Logan Forler out of Boise, Idaho. Garen Linder 2nd, 3rd, Tanner Holmes 4th, Steven Snotter. Charlie Thompson will finish 5th. 6th will be Tyler Thompson. He was quickest in qualifying. He won his heat race, and he wins the trophy dash. He starts inside front row. Make some noise for Logan Forler out of Boise, Idaho. All right, so we've got one more giveaway to do. We've got the NASCAR replica hood. Kevin Harvick, looks like a blue ticket, 540-4671. 540-4671, Kevin Harvick replica hood. If you've got that ticket, come up here to the announcing tower, and we will just verify it and get it to you. Main events are coming up next. We've got the mini stocks, followed by the 360 sprints, and it'll be in that order. And sounds like we are going to go downstairs, grab a word with Logan Forler for a brief moment. Well, the helmet is off. Hasn't gotten out of the car just quite yet. But then, nonetheless, getting the congratulations from the crew. And when we go green in just a few short minutes, he will be starting inside front row for 30 laps. Logan Forler, race fans out of Boise, Idaho. Logan, here's your trophy and $100 courtesy of Southern Oregon Motorsports. First of all, congratulations. You guys are on kill tonight, quickest in qualifying. You guys won your heat race and then taking care of business in the dash. You guys just seem to be rolling on a good stride of success here in these last few weeks.
Yeah, we've had a really rough year, and we're really getting the hang of it now, and I feel like we got a really good handle on the race car. Whatever I do to it, it's pretty good every night. So we got a little bit of work to do, but for the most part, I think it's pretty dialed, so we'll make a little adjustment and see if we can get it done in the future.
30 laps. I know that we don't got the car count that anyone would wish for. However, the quality of cars are there, and it should be a good race.
Yeah, there's lots of good cars here. The car count's just down, but it's fun to race with these guys. They always race clean. You got 3 or 4 or 5 really good cars right behind you that you got to watch out for. So it should be a good main.
Any folks, any sponsors you want to thank real fast?
Yeah, I got to thank my dad for putting us out here, and I know it's been a disappointing year, but hopefully we can turn it around and put a smile on his face. So I got to thank Jesse for busting his butt on the car every week, and Jazz Group, Peterbilt, Steve Foiler Trucking, Schoenfeld Headers, Conrad Bischoff. I got to thank all those guys for helping me out, and Maxim Chassis, Fisher Racing Engines. So, and thank all you fans for coming out, because if it wasn't for you guys, we couldn't do it.
Awesome job. Best of luck in the main.
Thank you.
That's Logan Forler out of Boise, Idaho. Tonight's inside pole sitter. We're going to head upstairs, and we're going to get ready for our mini stock main event after just a brief intermission.
I don't know what you've been told, but time is running out. No need to take it slow. I'm stepping to you toe to toe. I should be scared, honey, maybe so, but I ain't worried about it right now. Keeping dreams alive, 1999 heroes. I ain't worried about it right now. Swimming in the floods, dancing on the path below. I ain't worried about it. I don't know what you've been told, but time is running out, so spend it like it's gold. I'm living like I'm 90 years. Got no regrets even when I'm broke. Yeah, I'm at my best when I got something I'm wanting to steal. Way too busy for the problems and problems to feel. Yeah, no stressing, just obsessing with sealing the deal. I take it and let it go, but I ain't worried about it right now. Keeping dreams alive, 1999 heroes. I ain't worried about it right now. Swimming in the floods, dancing on the path below. I ain't worried about it. 1, 2. Let me tell you how it will be. There's 1 for you, 19 for me.
All right, we got some more shirts that are going to be shot out in the crowd. If you want one, make some noise. And it just might be headed in your direction.
Should 5% appear too small? Be thankful I don't take it all. 'Cause I'm the tax man. Yeah, I'm the tax man. If you drive a car, I'll tax the street. If you try to sit, I'll tax your seat. If you get too cold, I'll tax the heat. If you take a walk, I'll tax your feet. Tax man. I'm the tax man. Yeah, I'm the tax man. Don't ask me what I want it for. If you don't want to pay some more. 'Cause I'm the tax man. Yeah, I'm the tax man. My advice for those who die, taxman, declare the pennies on your eyes, taxman, 'cause I'm the taxman, yeah, I'm the taxman, and you're working for no one but me.
So here we are, here all alone. The band quit playing, everyone went home. But the stars are still out, and you're so damn hot. And I ain't ready for the music to stop. Baby, be my love song, baby, be my all night long. Be the buzz in my Dixie cup, steady rocking till the sun comes up. You know I really love to watch you dance. Baby, be my oh hell yeah. I feel a little sing along coming on. Baby, be my love song.
All right, first main event of the night is going to travel 20 laps in distance in the Don Rich Racing number 19 out of Medford. Don Rich, your inside pole sitter. The M11W out of Wairika, California, Marilyn Ionic in the Shasta Valley Tire sponsored machine starts outside pole. The 14T, the Ashton Hedges hand-me-down sponsored 14T. That is Tim Hedges. Starting P4, the 11I out of Grants Pass, sponsored by Maryland Income Tax Service, Dylan Irving. Fifth in the starting lineup, third row inside, representing Medford, Scott Yorgis in the Todd Lee Advanced Automotive Machine. Sixth will be the 1J out of Etna, California, Derek Alford. Fourth and final row will be made up of the 67. That's David Steele from Talent in the Preferred Automotive Machine. The 54D of Ashton Hedges looking to make it a perfect 8 for 8 in the Fashion Flooring 54D from White City. Set to go green, exiting turn number 4, this time by Don Rich and Marilyn Ionic. Green flag in the air, here we go. It's going to be Marilyn Yannick with the initial race lead in the M11W. Fight for second. Dylan Irving in the 11I up top and the 19 of Don Rich on the bottom. Keep an eye on your drivers that started 7th and 8th. David Steele and Ashton Hedges going 3 wide with the 42 of Scott Jurgis. Meanwhile, lap number 1 will be led by the M11W of Marilyn Yannick. Close quarter action on the back straightaway. David Steele started in position number 7, already up to 4th, knocking on the door for 3rd. Pair of 11s battling it out for position number 1. Marilyn Yannick leading. Dylan Irving in the 11I in close proximity. Looking to set up the move as they go down the backstretch, trying to draw level pegging into turn 3. Still no clear-cut advantage to either driver, as it looks like Dylan Irving will take over the race lead on lap number 3. 0.514 seconds, says the transponding system, as David Steele is in 2nd. Scott Jurgis is up to 3rd, despite Ashton Hedges in the 54D to the outside of him, battling hard for the final position on the podium. David Steele trying to fend off Scott Jurgis for 2nd, but that's going to allow the 54D of Ashton Hedges to move up into P3. Derek Alford rounding up your top 5 running order in the 1J. Then it's Marilyn Yannick, Tim Hedges, and Don Rich, the rest of the running order. Quarter of the way home, 5 laps complete, 15 to go. Ashton Hedges trying to strike around the high side of David Steele. Steele, former champion in this division, as well as at Siskiyou Golden Speedway in Wairika, trying to successfully keep in check your current runner-up, Ashton Hedges, or currently 3rd place runner, Ashton Hedges. They're going to bump a little bit down the back chute. It looked like Steele was getting a decent run on the 11I, Dylan Irving, for a possible overtake. Dylan Irving trying to hold on as David Steele goes to the inside. They're going to be side by side off of the 2nd corner, but as they head down the backstretch, David Steele will see if he carries enough speed to have a little bit of an advantage over the 11I, Dylan Irving. Don Rich in the 19 coming to a halt in the infield, and yellow is out just as David Steele took over P1. We'll see what race officials do there as far as scoring is concerned. Just shy of the halfway mark, and for the first time tonight, a stoppage occurs. There was no issues in hot laps, no issues in qualifying, no incidents when it was in heat race action, and we are going to be under yellow for the first time in this race. Seven laps complete, 13 to go. Dylan Irving is scored the race leader. David Steele is 2nd. Ashton Hedges 4th. 3rd, pardon me. 4th is Scott Jurgis. Derek Alford running in P5. Tim Hedges is 6th. 7th, Marilyn Yannick. And Don Rich, the rest of the running order.
I don't wanna change your mind. I don't have to make you love me. I just wanna take your time. I don't wanna wreck your Friday. I ain't gonna waste my life. I don't have to take your heart. I just wanna take your time. And I know it starts with hello, and the next thing you know, you try to be nice, and some guys getting too close, trying to pick you up, trying to get you to run. And I'm sure one of your friends is about to come over here, cause she's supposed to save you from random guys that talk too much and wanna stay too long. It's the same old song and dance, but I think you know it well. You could've rolled your eyes, told me to go to hell, could've walked away, but you're still here, and I'm still here. Come on, let's see where it goes. I don't wanna steal your freedom, I don't wanna change your mind, I don't have to make you love me.
Double file restart as Dylan Irving at the point still here in this one. David Steele and Ashton Hedges in the immediate row behind your leader, Dylan Irving. Laps remain, 7 counted for the good. Here comes Ashton Hedges. What's at stake? It's that impeccable, perfect, Invictus, undefeated record. 7 wins and 7 starts in the mini stocks. 3 wide, nearly coming off of the 4 corner. Dylan Irvin trying to keep both the outside and inside lanes covered. David Steele having to settle for third right now as Ashton Hedges on the top side of the racetrack, going into corner number 3, exiting turn number 4. New race leader. 9 laps into this one, 11 to go. Ashton Hedges to the point. Now Ashton Hedges doing what he has done oh so well in 2022, setting sail, full sail at that. David Steele second. Third is now Dylan Irving. Fourth is Scott Jurgis. Fifth in the running order is still Derek Alford in the 1J. Tim Hedges sixth. Seventh, Marilyn Yannick. Don Rich running in position number 8. Last car in the running order. All cars on the racetrack, by the way, on the lead lap as we're officially past the halfway mark. 11 laps complete and 9 remaining. 1.133 seconds is the difference between your top 2 drivers. As Ashton Hedges shows the way over David Steele. Oh, Dylan Irving sideways trying to course correct, nearly assassinating a safety cone on the inside of turn 4. Gets it back on the racetrack. Unfortunately, will fall out of the top 5. It'll put in the third Scott Jurgis, fourth Derek Alford, Tim Hedges now P5 in the 14T. 7 away from the drop of the checkered. Ashton Hedges was the winner of the Trophy Dash earlier in the night, as well as the heat race, while David Steele was quickest in qualifying. Hedges has almost opened things up to a full 2-second margin as far as the lead is concerned over position number 2 bearer, David Steele. Don Rich is coming into close proximity of your race leader, Ashton Hedges. She is in danger of being put down a lap. Gets a little squirrely out of turn 4. Looks like Hedges will subscribe to the high side and simply make the pass. Now make it 1 lap car between first and second, as well as a gap of 1.569 seconds. 3/4 of the way home as lap number 16 will get started as far as the lap count is concerned in the record books. That'll bring us to just 4 laps remaining in this one. Ashton Hedges has been simply an indomitable tidal wave here in the mini stock ranks. He's yet to lose. And just as I say that, he's scrubbing some speed. Something may be wrong, such as a flat tire. And it is a flat right rear tire for the 54D of Ashton Hedges. David Steele goes to P1 as Ashton Hedges tries to keep it under control. Lap number 17, and you're going to have a lead change with the 67 of David Steele to P1. Hedges trying to stay among the podium as Scott Jurgis in the 42 goes to the runner-up spot. And Ashton Hedges spins coming out of the 4th turn. And we were about to see the white flag come out. And a heartbreaker for Ashton Hedges in car number 54D came from worst to first in 9 laps and somehow suffered a flat right rear tire and lost the lead on lap 17 to David Steele. Second stoppage of this race. So 17 down, 3 to go. Your leader is David Steele. Scott Jurgis is second. Derek Alford third. Tim Hedges fourth. Marilyn Yannick rounding up the top 5. There is 1 lap car. It's the red, white, and blue number 19 of Don Rich. That car is 1 lap down. Dylan Irving is 6th. And that's the last car that's on the lead lap.
sunset light. Maybe I read you wrong, thinking you could be my Mr. Right. I was putting my heart and soul on the line. Said you needed some time, just a little more time to make up your mind. Well, it's been long enough. Time is up. Bye-bye, love. I'll catch you later. Gotta let foot down on my accelerator, and the rear view mirror torn off. I ain't never looking back, and that's a fact. I tried all I can imagine. I begged and pleaded in true lover's fashion. I've got pride. I'm taking it for a ride. Bye bye, bye bye, my baby, bye bye.
Green is out. Here we go. And it looks like, unfortunately, without Ashton Hedges, as David Steele 3 laps away from the victory. See what he can do here as Scott Jurgis in car number 42, trying to keep it as close as possible. White flag. Final lap of action here is Scott Jurgis trying to reel in David Steele. Steele in the 67 will hold on for the victory. Scott Jurgis finishes second. Derek Alford third. Tim Hedges fourth. Dylan Irving fifth. Marilyn Yannick sixth. Don Rich seventh. And Ashton Hedges will be credited. Correction, here comes the checkered flag as David Steele will win it. Continues to hold off Scott Jurgis. Third, Derek Alford. Fourth, Dylan Irving. Fifth will be Marilyn Yannick. Tim Hedges spinning on the final lap, but will be the last car on the lead lap to finish in sixth. Don Rich, seventh, and Ashton Hedges finishes eighth. And after the checkered, your race leader of David Steele gets sideways, makes some noise for the driver of car number 67. He's the second different winner to visit victory lane in 8 races. The other 7 had previously been won by the 54D. Gonna head downstairs and grab a word with him as there's Ashton Hedges coming out on the racetrack.
Yo, it's the Green Machine, gonna rock the town without being seen. Have you ever seen a turtle get down? Slamming and jamming to the new swing sound. Yeah, everybody let's move. Vanilla is filled with the new jack groove. Gonna rock and roll the place with the power of the Ninja Turtle bass. Iceman, you know I'm not playing. Devastate the show what the turtles are saying. Ninja, ninja, rap. Ninja, ninja, rap. Ninja, ninja, rap. Go, 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 go. Go ninja, go ninja, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Lyrics, fill in the gap. Drop that bass and get the ninja rap. Just feel it. If you know what I mean, give it up. For the heroes in green, just flowing. Smooth with the power, kicking it up hour after hour. Cause in this life, there's only one winner. You better aim straight so you can hit the center. In it to win it with a team of 4 Ninja Turtles that you gotta adore. It's Ninja, Ninja, Rap. Ninja, Ninja, Rap. Ninja, Ninja, Rap. Go, 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 go. Go Ninja, go Ninja, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Villains, you better run and hide, because one day you might not slide. So choose your weapon, don't slip. Vanilla's in control with the flex of a mic grip. Rocking the crowd the way it should be rocked. With the Miami drop that you like a lot. You know it's hidden like a ninja turtle. When the bass kicks in, you better check the level. The power of a ninja is strong. Fighting all crooks until they all go gone. Ninja, ninja, rap. Ninja,
All right, he's out of the race car with the fist pump. Make some noise for David Steele out of Talent. Your mini stock feature winner. We'll get him the oversized check. David, here you go.
Thank you much.
First of all, congratulations. Had to come from that fourth row. Had to really cut through some traffic, especially early. You and Ashton had a good race going there. Looked like the right rear tire was going down on him, but nonetheless, you had a really fast piece here all night long.
Yes, it was just a great track to race on tonight. You just have had some tire management, and I think that's ultimately what got Ashton is he didn't manage that right rear. Man, it's great to be back here in the winner's circle. It's been first time this year and really late this year. This is my third time out to this year, and I wish I could have been out more, but I just want to really thank my dad for all the years of him encouraging me to do this and have fun, and he's going to be missed.
Well, most definitely, just a wonderfully put together race. Those cautions, were they falling at the right time for you, giving you an opportunity to kind of catch your breath and keep, re-strategizing your game plan?
Actually, under the caution, I got my water bottle out, and then I got the dang thing stuck and all crushed up. It was about to go out the window. Yeah, it was a lot of fun out there, and the cautions were fun. It always makes challenges a restart. Oh, I want to thank Tony, Preferred Automotive. I want to thank Quality Tire, Mitch, Shannon Henson, Preferred Plumbing. Oh, what a great people.
Awesome job, my friend. Hopefully the first of many more wins to come for you in the 67 team.
Oh, we're just still chasing them every week we can.
All right, that's David Steele, race fans, your mini stock feature winner. And we're going to grab Ashton Hedges as he Hedges Racing. We're going to step in front here for just a second. Hedges Racing raffling off a candy machine and a $50 bill courtesy of Chris Silva Painting. Go ahead and reach in there, Ashton, and pick one. It's a blue ticket. They're all blue tickets. Thank you, sir. 540-4682. 540-4682. That's for the candy machine. $50 courtesy of Chris Silva Painting. The candy machine courtesy of Hedges Racing. Go to the announcing tower if that's your ticket. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for supporting the fans here.
Yeah, we just try to do as much as we can, doing as many giveaways as we can, like during bike night and stuff. So we thought we'd do one of our candy machines, paint it black, and make it look all nice to give it away.
Tough luck, my friend, tonight, but hopefully you can come back and get them again.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely get them next time.
That's
this
it.
Was a fluke. This was a fluke.
That's Ashton Hedges, race fans, in the 54D from White City. Going to head upstairs, and again, that ticket number, blue ticket 540-4682, is the number that we're looking for. Don't forget, we do it all again tomorrow night. The Western Sprint Tour, their second and final stay here at Southern Oregon Speedway. They will be joined by the Sweet Tea Express IMC Modifieds as well as Dwarf cars, expecting more cars for the sprint cars and as well as the other divisions, expecting some good car counts. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing here, whether live in person or watching on Dirtable TV, be sure and tune in or visit here in person. We hope that you can join us. Do want to acknowledge all of the wonderful sponsors and marketing partners here to make 2022 happen. And if you're here in the local Medford area, or if you're watching on Dirtable TV and you do business with any of these folks, please make sure that you stress how much you appreciate them supporting local racing here at Southern Oregon Speedway. CD Architects, Dusty's Transmissions, Rap Racing Enterprises, Sweet Tea Express, World Famous Autos for the class sponsors. Bi-Coastal Media, CNC Construction, Finish Line Realties, GP Energy, Hayes Oil with Redline Oil and Sunoco Fuels, Jonky Heating and Air Conditioning, Mr. Smith's Bar and Grill, Pepsi Products, Rogue Regency Motel, Roofline Supply, Travel Medford, Willamette Valley Bank, Acme Fire, AG Auto and Repair, Anderson's Concrete, Baxter Auto Parts, Broughton Painting, Budge McHugh Plumbing Supplies, Burrell Real Estate, Eagle Towing, Gadget Construction, Outlier Construction, Hoppus Construction, Precision Electric, Renfro Stripping and Seal Coating, Rada Paint, along with Sherman Williams Paints, and Wilson Equipment. We also want to thank our lovely concession stands, Barney's Burgers, Kona Ice, and Kona Bente, as well as the folks in the souvenir stand with Wildly Brave Creations. Going to wrap up this farming session here in just a little bit as they roll the track in. 30 laps, 360 sprints of the Western Sprint Tour is coming up next here at Southern Oregon Speedway. Roger Crockett winning the first WST sanctioned race here on May 23rd, 2015. Colby Copeland, which was a Speed Week Northwest event on June 29th of that year. And Kyle Hurst winning the second and final night of the OrCal Challenge in 2015 on August 15th. The last race, Speed Week Northwest, was the event July 9th, 2016. Trey Starks was the main event winner, driving for Doug and Kathy Roots, and it was the final night of Speed Week Northwest. And it would be his first career victory with that series, and it would be the win that sealed him the championship after a titanic battle with Steven Tyner. This will be race number 48 when the main event receives the checkered flag. 18 drivers have won with the series in the previous 47 complete. Roger Crockett has 7 career victories, and that is the most. Colby Copeland on the list with 6. Kyle Hurst and Justin Sanders, 5-time winners. Trey Starks and Justin Cox have won 4 times. Buddy Kofoid is a 2-time winner. Seth Bergman, Jared Peterson, Corey Eliason, Jason Solwald, Willie Croft, Steven Tyner, DJ Netto, Corey Day, Colton Heath, and Tanner Holmes have all won once. And this series, since 2016 onward, has just pretty much been sanctioning the Speed Week Northwest. This is the first time since September of 2015 at the Central Washington State Fair Raceway in Yakima, Washington, that it has been any sort of races ran under the Western Sprint Tour banner outside of Speed Week Northwest. It is time to introduce your starting lineup. 11 cars traveling 30 laps around the 3/8 mile of Southern Oregon Speedway for night number 1 of 2 for the Western Sprint Tour. Starting from back to front, in position number 11, the 48E out of Medford. He drives the Tordell's Towing, Button Plumbing, Valley Machine number 48E, XXX chassis, Enrique Jaime. Starting 10th, 5th row outside in the Greg Saw Service, Fry's Auto Body, BC Motorsports XXX. Representing Roseburg, Brian Boswell. Also from Roseburg, the WSK Machine, Holt Drilling Tools, Sims Electric, number 33 KPC, Kyle Alberting. Starting in position number 8, fourth row outside, the Tim Vanderstoel Trucking, Applegate Well Drilling, A&M Transport, number A1 KPC, out of Grants Pass, Jared Hood. Starting 7th, TJ and Stacy Winningham, the car owners, the team out of Central Point, the racer out of Medford, piloting the Taco Delight, DNS Harley Davidson, Don's Lock, sponsored XXX chassis, car number 9T, Camden Robustelli. Row number 3 to the outside, the 98H. Brett Smith is the car owner. The team is out of Roseburg, the racer out of Harrisburg, and the Adcox Heating and Air Conditioning, Smith Motorsports, Independent Motor Rebuilders, Eagle Chassis, Tyler Thompson. Starting the inside of him, no relation, out of Central Point, the CT Auto Repair and Express Lube, Cascade Custom Painting, Crater Music, number 101, Zeitler Brothers Chassis, Charlie Thompson. Second row outside, fourth in the starting position, out of Roseburg in the AP Motorsports, Hearst Precision Parts, 541 Farms Contender Chassis, Steven Snotter. To this inside, lining up P3, the next gen diesel exhaust fluid on-site screeners, Carson Oil, Lafarge North America, number 18T KPC. That is Tanner Holmes out of Jacksonville. They'll bring us to your front row starting positions. The Linder Powder Coating, Speedmart Incorporated, Hearst Precision Parts, number 22 KPC. From Central Point, Garen Linder. Originally from Ording, Washington, now hanging his hat in Boise, Idaho, the Steve Forler Trucking, Schoenfeld Headers, Peterbilt Trucks, number 2 Al Maxim Chassis. Your inside pole sitter, Logan Forler.
Knew he was a killer. First time that I saw him, wonder how many girls he had loved and left haunted. But if he's a ghost, then I can be a phantom, holding him for ransom. Some boys are trying too hard. He don't try at all though. Younger than my exes, but he act like such a man. So I see nothing better. I keep him forever, like a vendetta. I see how this is gonna go. Touch me and you'll never be alone. Island breeze and lights down low. No one has to know. In the middle of the night, in my dreams, you should see the things we do, baby. In the middle of the night, in my dreams, I know I'm gonna be with you, so I take my time. Are you ready for it? Knew I was a robber, first time that he saw me, stealing hearts and running off and never saying sorry. But if I'm a thief, then he can join the heist and we'll move to an island. And he can be my jailer, birth into this tailor. Every love I've known in comparison is a failure. I forget their names now, I'm so very tame now, never be the same now. No, I see how this is gonna go. Touch me and you'll never be alone. Island breeze and lights down low. No one has to know. No one has to know. In the middle of the night, in my dreams, you should see the things we do, baby. In the middle of the night, in my dreams, I know I'm gonna be with you, so I take my time. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Baby, let the games begin. Let the games begin. Let the games begin now. Baby, let the games begin. Let the games begin. Let the games begin. I see how this is gonna go. Touch me and you'll never be alone. Island breeze and lights down low. No one has to know. In the middle of the night, in my dreams, you should
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's that time of the night, that time that we go 4 wide for you. It's time to get up on your feet wherever you are and make some noise. This is the Western Sprint Tour, night number 1 of 2, and it's your feature of the evening. Oh, let them hear ya! Logan Forler and Garen Linder on the front row. Forler finished 8th here in May when the NARC 410 series was here. He has 2 podiums, 3 top 5, 6 top 10s, and 7 career starts. 3 career victories here for Garen Linder out of 45 career starts, 37 top 10s, 17 top 5s, and 13 podiums. Southern Oregon Speedway, it is time to batten down the hatches. Quickly lock the doors because things are going to get a little bit wilder than normal here in White City. Idaho and Oregon on the front row. Pitter patter, let's get at her. Green flag is going to come out as they go into turn number 1. It's going to be the 2L of Logan Forler marshaling the way. Linder sideways, and everyone manages to miss. Looked like there's some incidental contact as Jared Hood gets upside down on the back straightaway, and red flag will come out. The initial yellow coming out for the 22 of Garen Linder was running third. Jared Hood getting on his side and getting collected with the what I believe was the 48E of Enrique Jaime. And safety crew reporting to the scene. We will send the information to you once we get the initial report. Getting word from the scene that all drivers involved are reporting that they're okay, and a tough break for Jared Hood. It looked like also Kyle Alberting might have got a piece of the action as well, as they were all trying to avoid the 22 of Garen Linder. And there was some evasive action. It looked like everybody had made the proper clearance, and Tanner Holmes was setting himself up to take the lead from Logan Forler. So 0 laps complete, and getting on all fours here will be Jared Hood. And we'll see how many cars we're going to be able to restart here, if it's going to be everyone or if we're going to be minus some people. And one of them very well could be the A1 of Jared Hood.
meet you where you've been. I could show you incredible things. Magic, madness, heaven, sin. Saw you there and I thought, oh my God, look at that face. You look like my next mistake. Love's a game, wanna play. New money, suit and tie. I can read you like a magazine. Ain't it funny? Rumors fly, and I know you heard about me. So hey, let's be friends. I'm dying to see how this one ends. Grab your passport and my hand. I can make the bad guys good for a weekend. So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over. If the high was worth the pain. Got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane. 'Cause you know I love the players and you love the game. 'Cause we're young and we're reckless. We'll take this way too far. It'll leave you breathless, or with a nasty scar. Got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane. But I got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name. Cherry lips, crystal skies. I could show you incredible things. Stolen kisses, pretty lies. You're the king, baby, I'm your queen. Find out what you want. Be that girl for a month. Wait, the worst is yet to come. Oh no, screaming, crying, perfect storms. I can make all the tables turn. Rose garden filled with thorns. Keep you second guessing like, oh my God, who is she? I get drunk on jealousy, but you'll come back each time you leave. 'Cause darling, I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream. So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over. If the high was worth the pain. Got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane. 'Cause you know I love the players and you love the game. 'Cause we're young and we're reckless. We'll take this way too far. It'll leave you breathless, or with a nasty scar. Got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane. But I've got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name. Boys only want love if it's torture. Don't say I didn't warn ya. Boys only want love if it's torture. Don't say I didn't warn ya. So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over. If the high was worth the pain. Got a long list of ex-lovers.
And Jared Hood on the hook. Going to see the carnage sustained to the A1 entry. Unfortunate for him, as he will retire early. Not the way that this team wanted to start the weekend off. Hopefully not done. And can't make it out tomorrow. Logan Foiler making his 31st start of 2022. It's the 21st time that he started in a 360. He's accrued 4 wins, all of which have been at Big Sky Speedway in Billings, Montana, 2 of which were last Friday and Saturday at the Harvey Ostermiller Memorial. 6 podiums, 10 top 5s, 16 top 10s in 20 of those starts. The other 10 starts were in 410 competition. He did manage to pick up 2 top 10s, one at Grays Harbor Raceway and the other one an 8th place finish here back in May. Finished 8th at Grays Harbor up in Elma as well. For Garen Linder, his 2022 record has, as we mentioned, a victory at the Las Vegas dirt track, victory at Cottage Grove, 4 podiums, 4 top 5s, 5 top 10s, and 7 starts. Does have some 410 experience this year, 6 total, 1 a top 10, and that was a 10th place finish here back in May. Jared Hood, not a lot of racing this year. 7 starts overall, 2 in 360, and those were both at Cottage Grove Speedway at the end of Speed Week Northwest. Does have 4 top 10s, 2 top 5s, and 2 podiums in limited sprint competition. This is his second main event start at Southern Oregon Speedway for 2022. His previous finish was 12th, and that was back in May during the NARC 410 race, and his only 410 competition start. So 0 laps complete. It's going to be a double file restart. Second attempt to get the first lap complete. The front row is going to look mildly different. And it's going to be Logan Forler and I believe the 12 of Steven Snotter. Still Idaho and Oregon on the front row. Snotter, 4 podiums and 4 top 5s out of 11 starts. He finished 18th here during the NARC 410 show. 7 top 10s, by the way. He's finished second here earlier this year and the 18th previously with the 410 race. And according to my records, the only 2 times that he started a main event here at Southern Oregon Speedway. Talking about Steven Snotter. Out of turn number 4. The second attempt to get 1 lap complete is going to begin now with Logan Forler and Steven Snotter bringing us to green. Back underway. Forler down to the bottom. He's able to overtake Steven Snotter. Same story with the 18T at Tanner Holmes down below. Steven Snotter third. Tyler Thompson fourth. He's working the inside of the racetrack. Charlie Thompson goes up to P4. Lap 1 will be led by Logan Forler. Forler already starting to mount a sizable lead. As Tyler Thompson goes to the inside, he overtakes Charlie Thompson, throws a Claymaker at the 12 of Steven Snotter for position number 3. Snotter on the bottom, Tyler Thompson trying to make something happen up top. Camden Robustelli in the top 5 will negotiate the 101 of Charlie Thompson. And it's Garen Linder, Brian Boswell, Kyle Alberting, and Enrique Jaime. As third in the running order is Tyler Thompson, successfully navigating around the 12 of Snotter. Just as I say that, Snotter trying to take it back. They'll drag race down the back chute into turn 3. Snotter with a short slider nearly getting the front straightaway wall. As Tyler Thompson in the red 98H driving for Connor Brett Smith will go back into P3. Camden Robustelli has 5th secured as Garen Linder trying to get around Charlie Thompson for 6th. 5 laps complete and 25 to go. Logan Forler has opened things up to 1.429 seconds. Tanner Holmes is second. Third, Tyler Thompson. Steven Snotter fourth. Camden Robustelli is 5th. Garen Linder up to P6. Charlie Thompson 7th. 8th is Kyle Alberting. 9th, Enrique Jaime. Brian Boswell pulling off of the racetrack in car number 75 reduces us to just 9 cars, all of which are on the lead lap. Forler's lead shrinking just a little bit, 1.368 as they complete lap 7. And we are under yellow. Steven Snotter will spin in turns 1 and 2. Your 4th place runner on the last completed lap will be the cause of the second stoppage. Looks like 7 laps down, 23 to go. Logan Forler showing the way. 1.368 seconds was the margin between first and second place. Tanner Holmes will restart P2. Tyler Thompson third. Camden Robustelli is 4th. Now in the top 5 is Garen Linder. Garen Linder started dead last in 10th place when we last went green. Tyler Thompson, a feature start here in 2017, or a 17th place finish in his only start here, and that was in 410 competition earlier in May during the NARC 410 series. While his numbers for 2022, 19 starts, 8 top 10s, 2 top 5s, and 1 podium. And that 1 podium coming at Cottage Grove Speedway. 12 of the 19 starts have been in 360 competition, while 7 have been in 410 competition. His best run, a 4th. When it comes to 410 competition, Grays Harbor Raceway in Elma, and that was in May. Logan Forler, Tanner Holmes, Tyler Thompson, Camden Robustelli, Garen Linder, the top 5. Then it's Charlie Thompson, Kyle Alberting, and Enrique Jaime, the rest of your restart order. Half off Kona Bento at the Kona Bento establishment towards turn 1. Wall supplies last for the rest of the night. Steven Snotter will restart in position number 9. Single file nose to tail restart. The restart rules are quite simple. No overtaking as they come to the green. No hitting the cone or passing underneath the cone. If any of those rules will be broken, it's a penalty of 2 positions on the next stoppage flag, whether it's yellow, red, or checkered. Logan Forler brings the field back to life. Tyler Thompson trying to sail around the high side at Tanner Holmes to move into second. Is Camden Robustelli trying to fend off the 22 of Garen Linder for 4th. Logan Forler starting to check out again on this short run. 8 laps complete. Now Charlie Thompson brings some rain underneath the 22 of Garen Linder. That is for 5th. Right now Linder retaining the position. 98H of Tyler Thompson, one of the only drivers smoothly operating on the high side, or I should say effectively operating on the high side. Just as I say that, a little bit of a crossover move. Uno reverse card, as Ashley Llewellyn of Skagit Speedway would say. Great battle for the runner-up spot here. Holmes says return to sender, address unknown, as it'll be Tyler Thompson and Tanner Holmes duking it out like they have for so much of their career with ISCS, even extending back to their cage kart days. Tyler Thompson trying to keep in check Tanner Holmes as Garen Linder has motored his way up into 4th. He's gotten past the 9T of Camden Robustelli. Robustelli trying to stick with him as Holmes trying to operate on the bottom in turns 3 and 4. He elects the high side in turns 1 and 2. Garen Linder is 3rd. A massive lead has been constructed. 3.346 seconds and growing for Logan Forler over Tyler Thompson. Logan Forler trying to hammer away at the back half of the field. Steven Snotter is going to be the last car in line on the lead lap. And he would be the first car to go a lap down. We'll be halfway home this time by if everybody can make it through. 15 laps complete, 15 to go. Tyler Thompson 2nd. Tanner Holmes is 3rd. Garen Linder 4th. Camden Robustelli 5th. Kyle Alberting 6th. 7th, Charlie Thompson. You've got Enrique Jaime and the 12 of Steven Snotter. Forler going to take the high side approach to get past the 12 of Steven Snotter. Tyler Thompson cutting into the lead of Forler. It's now less than 3 seconds. How much of traffic going to be a factor in this one as Forler goes around the outside and dives in front of the 12 of Snotter. 1 lap car in 3.075 seconds is the difference between your top 2 drivers at this point. And it's going to be 12 to go this time by if there is no issues with Enrique Jaime, and that will be the case for your leader, Logan Forler. Coming up on Charlie Thompson, the 101, currently scored in 7th place. Forler having to get it on the binders briefly, but making the maneuver down on the inside of the 101. 2 lap cars in 2.960 seconds is the gap. Tyler Thompson 2nd is Tanner Holmes trying to catch back up with the Brett Smith own number 98H. Garen Linder remains in 4th. Camden Robustelli 5th. Well over a straightaway is the physical distance that separates position number 1 and position number 2. As Tyler Thompson coming up on Enrique Jaime. Jaime sustaining damage to the front end. He's minus a nose wing, but able to keep the front end down. Tyler Thompson trying to overtake him, and Tanner Holmes looking for an opportunity to retake 2nd. We're 8 laps away from the finish, as nearly half a lap ahead of 2nd place is Logan Forler. Forler looking for his 3rd straight win at his second different racetrack in his second different state. It'd be the first of his career here at Southern Oregon Speedway. Forler in the 2L, 6 away from the drop of the checkered flag is somehow Tyler Thompson retaining second, now trying to get past the lap car, Charlie Thompson in the 101. Here comes Holmes, he's made the clearance around Enrique Jaime. Still in fourth is Garen Linder, fifth is Camden Robustelli, is sixth place Kyle Alberding, feeling some pressure from your leader Logan Forler. He may be going down a lap. Tyler Thompson on the high side, able to pass the 101 at Charlie Thompson. That will keep him in second. Tanner Holmes is third. Garen Linder nearly putting all four in the fluff and almost getting the front straightaway wall. Here comes the 9T of Camden Robustelli, looking for the sweeping pass around the outside for fourth. It's going to be 2 to go this time by as Kyle Alberding will be placed down a lap, courtesy of Logan Forler. Over 6 seconds is the distance between Logan Forler and current runner-up Tyler Thompson. Camden Robustelli running in fifth is the last car on the lead lap, but Logan Forler is quickly approaching. Not sure if he's going to catch him as we've got one more circuit to go. Final couple of corners coming up for your race leader. Logan Forler in the 2L into 3. Exiting corner number 4, he will lead the entire distance. Logan Forler will pick up night number 1 with the Western Sprint Tour here at Southern Oregon Speedway. Tyler Thompson finishes second. Third will be Tanner Holmes, and the race for fourth will come down to Garen Linder, finishing P4. Fifth and final car on the lead lap, Camden Robustelli. Kyle Alberding sixth, Charlie Thompson seventh, Enrique Jaime eighth, Steven Stoddard ninth, Brian Boswell 10th, and Jared Hood, the finishing order in position number 11. Make some noise for Logan Forler out of Boise, Idaho, tonight's feature winner. He finished third here in 2010, seventh in 2014. It was final visit in a 360. Make some noise. It's a clean sweep for the 2L. Also a 10th place finish in his debut all the way back in 2009. First career win at Southern Oregon Speedway for the 2L of Logan Forler. Tyler Thompson and Tanner Holmes, the rest of the podium. We're going to grab a word with those three gentlemen here in just a moment. Well, he's out of the race car, getting the congratulations from your runner-up, Tyler Thompson. Make some noise for Logan Forler. See if we can get him out in front here. His fifth win of 2022 and his third in a row. There's the big check. Congratulations. Logan making it look easy, leading every single lap. Boy, what a night. Fast in qualifying, won your heat, won the dash, won the main event. A clean sweep here for your first career victory here at Southern Oregon Speedway. It's got to feel good.
Yeah, you know, this car's just kind of been on point for the last few weeks, and I hope we can keep it going. And we're taking notes, and we're trying to just go from track to track and try to be consistent right now. So I got to thank my guy Jesse, working his butt off, my dad Steve, come watched us tonight. So it's pretty awesome, and wish my family was here. I know they're watching, so I'll say hi. And anyways, thanks all you fans for coming out too. I appreciate it.
Bit of a physical demanding race, no doubt, with all the heat that was down here today. And then only 2 stoppages, one from the beginning and another one there, almost halfway through. It was a lot of just on the gas and put the elbows up.
Yeah, I know. I didn't really know where to go. I know the top had to have been going away because I could feel myself kind of slowing down. And once I moved to the bottom, I felt a little bit better. And I kind of just figured I'd run the bottom at that end, top at the other. It felt really fast down there on the top, so I knew that they'd have to come with a pretty hard charge to get me down there.
Folks that you want to thank, I know that it's a whole team effort because a week ago you guys were basically east of the Rockies and then making the trip over here. It was not just down the road.
Yeah, I got to thank my dad for everything he does, and Jesse. That's really the only 2 guys on this crew. I got to thank my family a lot for putting us out here on the road, filling the toter home with stuff to eat, and, it's all a whole family ordeal. So I just got to thank everybody, the family, Steve Forler Trucking, Rush Enterprises, Schoenfeld Headers, Conrad and Bischoff, and Jackson Group Peterbilt. And I got to thank Dan at Maxim for giving us great race cars and really helping us through this hard time this year, and Fisher Racing Engines for putting a bullet under the hood. So, there's a lot of people that help us on this deal, and I think we're getting better, and I think it shows.
Well, awesome job, my friend. I'm not going to hold up any celebrations. We'll see you tomorrow night. See if you can double up the winning account.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's Logan Forler out of Boise, Idaho, picking up the victory. Our runner-up tonight, first time ever here in the Brett Smith-owned number 98H, getting the call not that long ago. Tyler Thompson out of Harrisburg. Tyler, second place. You guys had a really fast race car all night, had an excellent battle with Tanner Holmes. You guys were duking it out as you have most of your lives. Coming home second, this has got to feel really good for this team.
Yeah, honestly, early in the night we kind of struggled. We were a couple tenths off everybody, and we just worked to get the car better, and I felt like there in the beginning of the main, I didn't think we were going to be very good, and then we kind of got rolling, got by Steven, and I had one chance with Tanner and slid him, and we went back and forth, and Logan was gone. I didn't see him at all, but no, I felt like it was a good night for us. I felt like we got comfortable. I felt like I got comfortable in the seat, and we got comfortable with the car, so it was a good night for us.
For folks here watching or folks on Dirtable TV, how hard is it to get a call up, going basically a cockpit you've never been used to, working with a team you've never worked with before? It's quite an adjustment, I'm sure.
Yeah, I have to give all the credit to Brett and his team because he just let us come pick it up and said, do what you want to it. And we tuned it, and I didn't know if it would work transitioning from Maxim to KPC. And just really thankful for the opportunity for him, his sponsors. I don't even know them all, which I should, but thank you for them for giving me an opportunity and letting us race this weekend.
What a good building night for you guys for the notebook and a chance to go one step better in the podium tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, we struggled early, and I told my dad I really don't know if we have the speed tonight. And I felt like there in the main, our car came to us, and like I said, I got more comfortable, and I feel a little bit better about starting out tomorrow, coming off this run. So.
Well, good job tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
That's Tyler Thompson out of Harrisburg, your runner-up. Last but not least, Tanner Holmes out of Jacksonville in car number 18T, wrapping up our podium. Tanner, third. You guys were consistently fast all night. Just your thoughts on how everything played out.
Yeah, we were good. I kind of feel like we didn't catch the brakes at the right time. Had the lead on the first lap that crashed, and then kind of was reeling in Logan there before that yellow, just trying different things and just trying to find something to be better. And yellows fell, and I got racing with Tyler, had a good battle, and just ultimately kept getting in the wrong spot. So third place, nothing to hang our head on, but we'll make it better for tomorrow.
Absolutely, and I know it's always a great opportunity for you. You don't race here very much, but a chance, kind of a home game for you guys. It's always nice not having to travel too far.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is actually only like my fourth or fifth race on the new configuration that they had since last year. So always cool to see our hometown fans, and we'll be back tomorrow and hopefully a larger crowd and another great service.
Any sponsors you want to thank before we let you depart?
Want to give a huge shout out to ABC Powder Coating, On-Site Screeners, Next Gen Def, and my crew and family for coming out, and as well as all the TH fans in the stands. It's cool to see it.
Well, third place tonight. We'll see if we can do better tomorrow, my friend.
That's the plan.
That's Tanner Holmes out of Jacksonville, finishing third tonight. That's going to wrap things up here for for closing ceremonies here in Victory Lane. For those of you in live in person, pits are open. Get up close and personal with these drivers and teams. For those of you tuning in on Dirt Oval TV, whether you're going to bed for the night or you're just signing out, thank each and every one of you for showing up and supporting this great event. We do it all again tomorrow. We'll have the Sweet Tea Express IMC Modifieds and Dwarf Cars all in the house, along with the Western Sprint Tour. So everybody have a safe rest of your evening, a safe trip home, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.